Guys, in today's video we're going to Tarxien Temples. That picture is the temples, and it's a World Heritage Site because of this little thing, and there's also written World Heritage if you tilt your head. So see you there. These are some things that they found in here. And these rocks are also...
They were designed. Look how they were designed.
They were designed a few thousand years ago.
This rock has those, like,
There's a gift shop over here with things that you can buy. They're really nice. Even shirts. And books. Over here, in these temples, which have been here for thousands of years, there's a cover to protect it from all the elements. It took the Neolithic people to build these 1,000 years almost, because it took from 3,600 before Christ, which is 5,000 years ago, to 2,500, so 1,100.
Of kilos.
Those stones are thousands of kilos, some of them.
No, some.
And how one?
Those stones they used to use them because back then they didn't have the wheel.
So they used to roll those stones.
They used to roll it on those stones. Understand?
So other stones, which are thousands of kilos and tons even, were rolled on those because they didn't have the wheel back then.
You see how the temples had the shape of a fat woman?
Yeah.
Because their god was the goddess of fertility, and she was a fat woman. Ilmar al-Hoshna.
These are the oldest temples
We're here.
to the newest temples. We are there.
Yeah.
The oldest one is Ardalam because it dates 7,000 years ago.
7,300.
7,300. And then there's Scorba, Zabuch, Imjar, Gigantia, Salfini, and then Tarxien, which we are in, Tarxien Cemetery, Borchinadur, and Bahriya. See how the shape is circles? That's how it's the fat woman in the temples that we told you just a few seconds ago. And those stones are massive if you look at them from this angle. These stones are
They were cut by hand.
huge.
They were moved on those round stones.
They were cut by hand and they were moved on those round stones, those big giant stones.
They're massive. They've been cut by hand and moved on those stones.
The priests used to be there.
The priests back then, 5,000 years ago, were over there. This wasn't a place where they used to live. This was a place of worship to that fat woman.
You can see
And if you're wondering why these don't look that new, it's because they're restored. And those walls over there. But everything else
the stones were never moved, so the stones are still in the same position.
Yeah, the stones were never moved. They were never moved, but they were just restored, some of them at least. This picture is exactly that. There is the wild feline. Just sitting down. Those are seismometers. They check the wind speed and how the ground is, like if there's going to be an earthquake happening or not. That one which is moving on the right is the wind, and that one is the earthquake meter thing. Newer 5,000 years ago. This would be almost the same, just that wouldn't be. And this is the seismometer up close. Stones have never been moved. And also in the center there's a seismometer, another one. But look how perfect they fit.
And there's a
Even pots here. It looks like it has a little face. They made the ground even as well. Because they took stones and they didn't just put on soil, they were worshipping gods here for them. And so they had to have some beauty to it.
they didn't put it on soil. They put rocks and then put them on it.
That is a copy because the original one was too precious to leave out here. So it's inside the Museum of Archaeology. How do you say that word?
Archaeology.
Archaeology. It was exactly like that. Just this one is a copy. This one was the real one.
Do you remember when I showed?
I don't know why people throw coins in here, but if I were to get that, I think I would get like 100 euros.
You could buy a pizza with that.
Or more.
Or more.
And this is the original thing, but why? It's massive.
Very old. It's massive as well, and there's even
It's colossal.
on the outside.
Huge, gigantic.
They built
They even cut doors out of the stone, not with 3 pieces of stone like you would be doing it if you were in a hurry. No, they took time. That design is the original thing.
right.
That is the altar. There's decoration over there.
This place is the altar, and it looks nice. Look at
These are the original. And if you look over here, you'll see that. That is the bottom half of that fat lady, the goddess of fertility. And even those are the original.
This is where they sacrifice things.
Hole. There's many knives, or people found them at least. And not knives like we use for the kitchen. No. Like these and that. That wall, Haita Seir, it's called in Maltese, was once not there because when they were excavating this place, they didn't find it.
The
Like
walls
that.
fell, you see?
Yeah, so they put Haita Seir to sort
Represent
of
where the walls
represent where it is, or was. Over here, of the typical megalithic facade of the South Temple, only the lower part survives. That's exactly what I just told you. This is probably a well. From
this thing is probably a well, a giant hole.
Many people
I don't
believe
know
that
why they
these temples and the
put-
ones in Hajarim and the Naidra are all one mega structure.
ah,
And only the villages around separated them. Do you understand?
so
Because there's
Malta
not
was
much
like a one mega structure.
Malta was an island of worship. People used to come here from all over the civilization to worship here. Then Mara Hashna, the fat woman, you understand?
Yeah. All for today. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and see you next time. And also, a special thanks to Brian from Heritage Malta, because he said he told us all about these places, and he gave us some documentaries to see about these places. Thanks, Brian.